Hello, ladies and gents. I hope that this video finds you in the best of health and spirit. Today's video is going to be all about the top 5 ways to bring back your old customers without any discount. So basically, we are going to focus a lot on the retention instead of the acquisition, and also we are going to rely on the acquisition without discount. Okay, because we are going to do no offers, no discount, just smart communication, because we are going to rely on communication so that we can achieve better um acquisition. Okay, so basically this video is going to be dedicated to e-commerce people with all the types like drop shipping, um COD, which means cash on delivery business or e-commerce business, and also the POC or the POD, as well as the prepaid e-commerce business. Okay, why we need that? Because retention is meaning, or in general, an old customer does not need convention from scratch. With retention you cannot, or you don't need to start reconvincing your customers again, because they already purchased from you, so they know who you are, and it's easier and much easier to make them take action again. Okay, because that customer tried you before, trusted you, and bought from you before. So basically, they already know you. That's why retention is much easier than acquisition, and also much cheaper. Okay, so it's easier and cheaper, as we just mentioned, to bring back a customer than to attract a new one. All you need is a clever reminder to rekindle his interest, to ignite the fire again, and and his desire again to purchase from you. And by the way, you have to have great product, you have to have a great system so that you can achieve this type of retention. Okay, so basically, instead of spending on new ads, activate the old relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like the old customer, retain them so that they can purchase from you over and over and over without spending a dime on them. Okay, and basically reminders, meaning renewed trust, and trust it means repeated sales. Okay, so this is it's like a rule. I will highlight this rule because it's very important. Okay, it's literally important because reminders means renewed trust, and trust means repeated sales. This is amazing. Okay, now let's move on to the 5 ways, and I'll start with the first way, which is smart communication after a period of silence. Okay, or silence. So basically, the client does not refuse to come back, he just moves away from the circle of interest for a while. That's why you should literally smart communicate with them, so that you ignite the fire of passion again about about your product. Besides, the interaction is not dead, or the interaction is not dead. It just needs a little of a little push to come back. You know what I'm saying? You have to give that those people a reminder so that you can purchase from you again. And simple message like, how was your experience with us? How was your product? Stuff like this. People admire these things, and also these things, these little messages matter to people, because there's a rule: don't sell out. Just remind them that you are still here. That's why big brands are focusing on something called in marketing top of mind. Top of mind is when you just doing stuff like ads, reminders, stuff like this, just to stay on the top of the mind in your customers' minds in general. Okay, so whenever people want something that you are selling, you are the first one who's going to come up first in their minds. That's why you should always be present to your customers through content, through messages, through reminders, ads, and stuff like this. They should always see you often. Okay, besides, the best time to communicate is when order or when others are silent, and this is when it comes to the competition. Do you know, like, I do believe that, or I highly believe that a lot of people, or do you know that a lot of people are literally, or businesses in general, they are not, like, focusing a lot on the retention. So all they do is focusing a lot on bringing new people, which is a big problem, because in one day that market is going to be saturated. Okay, so that's why you have to focus also on the retention. And in the age of people don't rely on retention, you should do that yourself, because you are going to stand out easily. And the best time, I would just mention that. Sorry, because this part here should not exist, because it's repeated right here. Sorry for that. Don't sell out. We already said that. So basically, this is the first way, which is the smart communication after a period of silence. So always remind people that you still exist besides valuable content. So this is the way number two, which is the valuable content instead of discounts. I personally believe, I'm a firm believer in content is everything. You have to always, give people content, valuable content, not just content, valuable content, information, courses, stuff like this, something that they can learn from, instead of, or just not even learn from, but just, like, make them enjoy their stay. You know what I'm saying? Instead of discounts, because discounts bring temporary sales, but value creates lasting relationships, and you are looking for lasting relationships. We are not looking for temporary sales, because we can do so with ads. Okay, basically share an experience, tip, or idea that helps a customer use your product better. Okay, and this is mandatory. Okay, you have to communicate your product first, make the customer see you as an expert. You know what I'm saying? Like, by sharing information, by sharing related to your niche, you are, like, it's like printing the idea in the minds of your customers that you are the expert in your sector, and this is important. Also, value creates. I believe that I said that before. Hold on, there is a mistake here. I believe that I already said that. I don't know what, like, when I see that, but I believe that I've seen that before. Value creates loyalty, discount create temporary habits. Oh, okay. When a customer learns from you, they will come back to buy without a discount. And don't rely on discounts, because discounts, you can utilize them once a year, twice a year, for example, in a special occasion, for example, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, something like that. But doing it frequently, that will jeopardize your business in general, because smart content makes the customer say, these people really understand my need, because you are communicating with them. And to understand their need, you have to work with something called segmentations. And segmentations basically are, a way of segmenting your customer according to their age, according to their gender, according to their interests and stuff like this, so that you can adjust and, like, make your messages adjustable and direct to these people, because the way you talk to a man is not the way you talk to, like, a woman. You know what I'm saying? So you have to segment your people so that they can say that these people really understand my need. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this is the second way by which you can retain your customers. Let's move on to the third one, which is intelligent personalization in communication. So basically, we just mentioned that. It's basically addressing the customer by name, mention the last order, or interaction, age, country, city, stuff like this. So make them feel that they matter to you. Make them feel that you already know them. You know what I'm saying? So basically, just make them feel like you really remember them, not just a number in a database. Okay, every personal message shows the fact that you are caring about those customers, and that builds, it's like an emotional connection with you, or with your brand, as well as your customer, which is mandatory nowadays. When a customer feels that communication is directed at them personally, their trust and loyalty increased. And that's exactly what you are looking for. you are looking for to boost your trust with your customer as well as their loyalty, because loyalty means a basic and increase in your profit. We are talking profit right here. We are not talking about sales only. We are talking about profit, because loyalty means when somebody buys from you once, they love your business, they love the way you conduct your business and stuff like this, and they decide to start purchasing from you over and over and over, which means you are bringing a lot of sales for free without even spending a dime on that customer. Last but not least, personalization turns an ordinary message into a unique customer experience, which is obvious. Okay, so basically, this point stands for we have to segmentate our customers. We have to personalize our messages. We have to personalize our communication with our with our customers. Because communication matter. Last but not least, when it comes to the fourth way by which you can retain your customer is the frequent appearance without direct sales. And this is mandatory, and big brands are doing so, like Amazon, like Google, TikTok and platform like this, because these platforms do not need um an advertisement. All they need is just to stay on the top of your mind. As we mentioned before, top of mind is the coin that they are looking for. You know what I'm saying? So whenever something comes to your mind, they will immediately go to Amazon. You know what I'm saying? That's why they are still running ads nowadays, and they will never stop running ads, because they are looking for something called top of mind, and they are doing well in this point. Okay, so basically always be present across the channels of your customers, or that your customers are using, like WhatsApp, email, social media. And I would do recommend social media a lot nowadays. Smart reputation creates familiarity and connection with the brand, so that the customer, okay, both of them, share simple update, success stories, or snapshots from your work day. This is that's why you should personalize your experience with your customer. Don't keep it too formal. Okay. Second thing, frequent exposure establishes your presence in the customer's mind without directly selling to them. You are just being there to just be there, so that you can stay in their mind, so that they can remember you. Consistent presence builds trust, and trust paves the way for buying without persuasion. And this is exactly what all of the businesses are looking for nowadays. Now let's move on to the last point, which is the fifth point, or the fifth way by which you can retain new customers without discount, which is smart loyalty instead of discount. What does that mean? Is that to reward your loyal customer with an exclusive perk or experience that makes them feel special. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them something by which they can feel that they are special. Feelings appreciated, or appreciated, or fully appreciated, creates long-term loyalty that cannot be brought or bought with discount, which is 100%. It's necessary to offer a discount. Early access to a new product may be enough. You know what I'm saying? Also, we have the next point, that's even a personal thank you note makes bigger impact than any offer, and that's a fact. A customer who feels valued become an ambassador for your brand without even asking him to, which is important. And this is exactly what the big brands are doing nowadays, because they are marketing their product, they are branding their product, and also they are warming up their customers, so that those customers, they are going to be ambassadors of that brand, because they are going to start recommending that that brand, or your brand, in this case your brand, to other people to purchase from you, because they had the best experience ever. And this is exactly the experience that every customer is looking for. Okay, it's not the discount, it's not this, it's not that, it's the experience, it's the feeling, it's the pleasure. So basically, this was the video of today. So basically, we talked about the top 5 ways to bring back old customers without any discount. If you have any notes, if any comment, anything that you want to share with us, share it in the comment section below, and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.